you know, the governor and now the attorney general have both admitted to using blackface, trying to caricature African American people or African people, and you know, just playing that racist game. Those are two white men, and then the lieutenant governor, a black man, and now accused by, ironically, a professor at a university in California of sexually molesting her. I guess the latest is that she said that they started out with consensual kissing, but the next thing she knew, she was being raped. Not the next thing she knew, but it led to a sexual assault. So the three executive officers in Virginia under fire. Well, all this has been going on, all these revelations. I mean, it's just so goddamn weird. Most of the Virginia Legislative Black Caucus went to see, excuse me, Attorney General Herring went to his office this morning. And when they came out, they went directly into a meeting at the Capitol building, I guess to decide what to do here. They didn't say anything. Nobody in this group said anything to a reporter who was there, who asked them a specific question. State Senator Louise Lucas sent a text while she was in the meeting with Attorney General Herring, and the text said, quote, "This is freaking screwed up." yeah, I would hope to say so. I mean, leave it to Democrats, right? Leave it to the Democrats at a time when they need to be at least not have in their past a sexual assault situation or a racist situation. What the fuck is wrong with these people? This is why the Democratic Party invariably self-destructs. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look at the purported entries now into the Democratic presidential primary. What are they up to? 18, 20, some bullshit? And so many of those people who are entered into the, who have declared as candidates, they all have the same story. It's the same thing. You would think, wouldn't you, that the Democrats, oh, for Christ's sake, that the Democrats could get together, Democratic Party leadership, get together and say, okay, you want to be president, you want to be president, you do, you want to, and you over there, and some of you people hanging from the ceiling, you want to be president. Well, we've got to come down to the point where there's only 2 or 3 of you. Because if we don't, it's going to drive people fucking crazy, and they're going to say, you know, screw it. I'm not going to vote this year. I can't take this shit for next year. I mean, a tactical approach to this, a strategic approach. If they want to get rid of this orange monkey in the White House, if they want to get him out, they better get their shit together. And you can't have the entire executive branch of a state that just recently is trying to go blue again. You can't have the entire executive branch under fire for either race bullshit or sexual assault. I mean, Jesus Christ. Leave it to the Democrats, right? The chairman of the Legislative Black Caucus in Virginia, as they were leaving the meeting with the Attorney General, the white guy, Attorney General, one of them, the delegate named Delegate Bagby, he was chairman of the caucus. He looked sullen when he came out, that's what it says here, asked about the scandals that are just enveloping the leadership of Virginia. Bagby said, quote, "I imagine we're not praying enough." Imagine we're not praying enough. Well, no, I would disagree with you, Delegate Bagby. I think what it is, you're not vetting your white people good enough, or your black people for that matter, your lieutenant governor. I mean, why not Oh, Christ. You know, why not sit down? The people in the Democratic Party, for example, because this shit is erupting in Virginia, a leadership committee in the Virginia House of Delegates. And this one wants to be governor, and that one wants to be lieutenant governor, and that one wants to be attorney general. Okay, you got 2 white guys and black guys. So you sit them down and you say, okay, fellas, now listen. No bullshit now. Not even a grain of bullshit. What have y'all got in your past that's going to jump out and bite you on the ass if you do get elected? Because all 3 of these guys, if we can separate them from the shit that they're accused of now, or that they have admitted to, if we can separate, all 3 of them are well-qualified, decent people. Except for that shit, you know, in 2004, the lieutenant governor, he's accused now of attempted rape or sexual assault, not attempted, sexual assault. Okay, 15 years ago. Doesn't mean anything. It meant something to Kavanaugh, the new Supreme Court Associate Justice. Ooh, well, that happened a long time ago, and it never happened. So fuck you. I'm going to be a Supreme Court Justice. And he was, because it was up to Republicans to confirm him. But I mean, to sit these people down. Hindsight is always the best way to view something. Of course, it's too late. But if they would have asked the 2 white guys and the black guy, is there anything you have a good chance of becoming governor, you have a good chance to become a lieutenant governor, you have a good chance of becoming attorney general, is there anything? I mean, did you ever steal a fucking candy bar when you were 12 years old from a Kroger store? I did that. Yeah. and just ask them. Have you got any race shit in your background? Have you got any sexual harassment or assault shit in your background? Are any of you arsonists? Is there a murder someplace we need to know about? I guess the assumption is made, and it should not, that people who declare their candidacy for something are going to be able to withstand intense scrutiny. I mean, Donald Trump proved that's horse shit. I mean, he's a fucking geek, a liar, a sneak, a cheat. He has no moral values whatsoever. And he's president of the United States. This is some more from the Washington Post. The Legislative Black Caucus, which has also called on Northam to resign, canceled a press conference that had been scheduled for today, this morning, as rumors spread that another bombshell was about to drop. And it did. Oh, that was one about Herring. Blackface? Oh, yeah, I did blackface. Yeah. Well, actually, it was brown. I was dressing up like a rap star. Oh, the fuck you were. Come on. Come on. Why didn't you dress up then like Eminem? He's a rap star. Then you wouldn't have to put that brown shit on. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Now, here's the difficult part for the citizens of Virginia. According to the Post, the overlapping crises have hit during the busiest time of the year for Virginia's part-time legislature. It's like here in Georgia. Our legislature only meets for 45 days, I think. Same with Virginia. Anyway, the Virginia legislature is struggling through a stalemate over a state budget and tax code. And the delegates, the lawmakers, are trying to sift through hundreds of bills ahead of a deadline. And they have tried to tune out all this scandal shit. But when you have the governor, and then the lieutenant governor, and then the attorney general, I mean, what the fuck? How do you tune that out? Hint. You can't. Joseph Lindsay said another delegate, said members of the Black Caucus are taking, quote, a measured approach to learning the facts behind the Attorney General's revelation that he dressed up in blackface too. This delegate, Lindsay, said, quote, "I guess I'm too old to react without knowing all the circumstances, so we're just taking a measured approach. We're just taking this step by step," end quote. Now, most have withheld judgment on the lieutenant governor, Fairfax, the black guy. He's maintained that the incident at the center of this sexual harassment charge was consensual. Now, sexual harassment, I said attempted rape or something. No, get it right, Malloy. So the sexual harassment, who knows what it was about? He claims it was consensual. The woman involved, who's finally come out publicly, said, well, it started out as consensual. And I think what she's trying to get to without saying it was she only wanted to take the little incident so far. Maybe make it out a little bit, maybe a little touchy-feely, just getting all hot and bothered, and then, okay, time to stop. And apparently he, the lieutenant governor, when she was trying to make a clear time to stop, he was like, no, time to go. Big mistake. And men make this so often that if you're really getting it on hot and heavy with a woman, if you're not gay, you're getting it on hot and heavy with a woman, or with a man if you are gay, and the person that you're getting all sexual with has been getting equally sexual with you, but then for whatever fucking reason, see, this is the thing men don't understand. It doesn't have to be a reason that you agree with as a man. If the person that you've been getting very sexual with, if that person says, that's enough, listen, I don't, he or she may have a damn good reason. Maybe she's not feeling good. Maybe he doesn't like you anymore. Maybe she, it doesn't need to be a reason. All it needs to be is stop. Now, that's, admittedly, it can be very difficult to do that for a man. Don't ask me why. Evolution, natural selection, how the fuck would I know? But having been there, I've been in situations like that. But I learned early on, if the woman says stop, stop, motherfucker, stop. And that's happened to me. What is it with these guys? Black, white, I don't give a shit what the race is. What's with these guys? That when it's becoming uncomfortable and the move is made to, okay, listen, no, I don't think we should. Where is there a gland in a man's brain that malfunctions right at that time? So, something that should trigger and say, stop. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, Fairfax maintains that the incident that he's now accused of was consensual. And here's the really, really, really shitty part of this where it concerns Fairfax. The other two, it's pretty cut and dried. One already admitted it. The other one's trying to figure out a way to admit it, dressing up in blackface and making a fucking fool of themselves. But this is what I think a lot of people tend to forget. The lieutenant governor here says it was consensual. Maybe in his head it was. We don't know. We don't know if the woman said, get your fucking hands off me. Zip your pants back up. I'm going home. We don't know what was said. But a lot of times the man, the lieutenant governor looks to be, I don't know what, in his late 30s, early 40s. I don't know how he was brought up. But I'm sure at some point in his life he was told, no, man, listen, when a woman says no, she really means yes. Now, when I went through this shit, we were never told that. Back in the 50s, nuh-uh. At least not the way I experienced this. It was made very clear in the dead, the dead 50s and early 60s. If you are getting it on with a woman and a girl, and because you're a boy, and you're getting it on, and you haven't yet got undressed and started to have intercourse, and if she says no, you better stop right then and there. And sometimes the reason was because she was Catholic, And she had a couple of brothers who would beat your fucking ass into the pavement if you didn't stop. So it wasn't like, oh, okay, I should stop because she's saying. It was, okay, I better stop because she's got some brothers that'll beat the shit out of me. Or something like that. Northam, the governor, has retracted his initial statement that he was in the yearbook photo. That's the one with the blackface and the Ku Klux Klan guy standing there. Northam now says that it is not him, and he doesn't know how the picture got there. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, Northam, I don't get this. He's a doctor. He's a scientist. Does he really believe anybody's going to believe that bullshit? According to the school that he went to, you, the student, you set up your own page for the yearbook. You decided what was going to be on there. And you had editing privileges. If there was something that you changed your mind before I went to print, now let me get that off of there. And now he says, he says it's not him. He doesn't know how the picture got there. It got there because you fucking put it there. Come on, man. God damn. I mean, what? Some race fairy came in and put the picture down so that 30 years later, when you're governor of Virginia, this shit would jump up and bite you all over your face? Come on, man. Who put it there? Who put the picture there? Governor, please. Oh, my God. And then his admission, well, yeah, you know, I did wear blackface in 1984 because I was dressing up like Michael Jackson to go to a party. Is this how I bet you ever seen Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was whiter than I am. God damn. I mean, as far as skin color is concerned, right? Well, maybe this was before Michael Jackson became whiter than I am. I don't know. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I'm saying? I hate that this shit happened. And I think that anybody did it, any white person who did this, is a class A fool as well as being an asshole, as well as being, in the moment, a racist motherfucker. Absolutely. You can't avoid that. You can't say, well, I put on that wig hat that looked all nappy and shit, and I just used the blackest shit, and I made white all around my mouth, but I'm not a racist. The fuck you aren't! That whole thing you're doing screams racist! And then who was it in the Klan outfit? Was that your girlfriend? Did y'all go as a date, as a couple? Wasn't that funny? Huh? Isn't it funny now, asshole? I bet you cracked him up wherever y'all were going, right? Zippity-doo-dah. I'm going to hang your ass. Yeah, I bet the two of you together were just a real comedy act. But you don't know who put the picture there. Shit. You don't know who put the picture there. Ah! Now, virtually all of this is where it gets a little weird. Almost all of Virginia's political establishment, white people and black people, including the Attorney General, Herring, had called on Northam to resign, as have National Democrats. National Democrats. But the governor continues to meet with staff and administration officials to explore whether he can continue to govern. Now, Herring must have balls the size of Richmond, because when you have done the same thing, and you're calling on the governor to resign, you're the Attorney General, and you did the same thing by your own admission, that fool should have kept his goddamn mouth shut, although for sure somebody would have come up with a picture of him, right? So the Attorney General says the governor should step down for doing the same thing that the Attorney General did. I mean, some crazy shit. This is why a lot of black folk look at white people as being fucking crazy. Because we do shit like this. We do shit like this. I don't know who put the picture on my page. Oh, okay. Oh, my God. This isn't me. Yeah, it isn't you. Who is it, your mama? Damn. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.